clock does not pause for confusion. It moves with indifference, devouring hesitation second by second. Every moment spent waiting for perfect timing is a transaction paid to mediocrity. Life rewards those who move with intention, not those who drift with impulse. Freedom is not found in chance, it is built through ownership of time, of habits, of direction. Each day presents two currencies: attention and effort. Waste them, and the world decides your value for you. Invest them, and your existence compounds quietly into something untouchable. Time is the most ruthless investor. It multiplies commitment and bankrupts indecision. The difference between those who rise and those who remain isn't intelligence or opportunity. It's awareness of how fleeting every hour truly is. Ownership begins with brutal honesty. The first asset worth building is responsibility. Blame is the most seductive poison. It convinces the mind that control lies elsewhere. But the truth is harsher and cleaner. Everything unclaimed decays. Finances, health, relationships, purpose, each withers when left on autopilot. Ownership demands discipline. It's not about control, it's about authorship. The one who takes full responsibility rewrites every outcome because they stop waiting for rescue. Owning life means becoming the architect of consequence. It means no longer confusing activity with progress or comfort with peace. When accountability becomes identity, freedom follows quietly behind. The modern world sells comfort as a substitute for power. Instant gratification has become the most profitable addiction on earth. Notifications, entertainment, and empty consumption form invisible shackles. The mind adapts to distraction until stillness feels foreign. Real power comes from reclaiming attention. Focus is the new currency. Each moment spent scrolling, reacting, or chasing validation is an opportunity sold to someone else's empire. Ownership means redirecting that focus toward building something that outlives impulse. Every hour taken back from distraction adds equity to the future. Attention invested wisely becomes wealth disguised as discipline. Money without structure collapses. The idea of financial freedom sounds romantic, but it begins with mathematics, not motivation. Ownership of life requires ownership of income. Building assets is not about greed, it's about leverage. Every asset purchased is a worker that never sleeps. A dollar invested becomes a soldier that fights inflation, time, and uncertainty. The mind that learns to multiply instead of consume becomes untouchable. True independence begins the day expenses shrink and assets expand. Freedom is not the absence of work, it is the presence of choice. The goal is not luxury, but longevity. Every decision compounds. Tiny habits executed with intention turn into invisible momentum. The average mind underestimates the exponential power of consistency. Writing one page, saving $1, learning one skill, it all adds up. Discipline compounds faster than talent. Those who commit to small, repetitive actions master time itself. Their days stop blending into each other because each one contributes to a larger equation. Ownership of life is not achieved through grand gestures, but through unrelenting consistency. When momentum replaces motivation, progress becomes inevitable. The quiet worker overtakes the loud dreamer every time. Freedom without structure is chaos. Many chase the fantasy of escape without realizing that freedom requires design. The calendar, the budget, the morning routine, each becomes architecture for autonomy. The disciplined schedule is not a prison, it's a shield. It filters out the noise of the world and preserves energy for what matters. A person who manages time with precision does not fear the future. They manufacture it. Owning life is not about control, it's about alignment. Each task executed with intention builds a foundation that withstands uncertainty. Discipline creates the environment where freedom thrives. Every empire begins with internal order. Before wealth, there must be vision. Before freedom, there must be responsibility. The external world mirrors the internal one. Chaos within always manifests as chaos without. Mastering thought is the first step toward mastering finance, fitness, and fulfillment. The mind that organizes itself can organize anything. Thoughts become blueprints, actions become architecture. The ability to focus, plan, and execute builds more power than any inherited advantage. The world bends for those who are certain about their direction because certainty eliminates hesitation. The mind that owns its trajectory owns its fate. Comfort kills potential quietly. The longer the mind stays entertained, the duller its hunger becomes. True ownership means learning to crave discomfort. Growth does not come from ease, it comes from friction. Every challenge is an invitation to evolve. The world tries to sell shortcuts because discipline doesn't scale, but freedom demands payment up front. Each sacrifice, sleep, distraction, validation, becomes an investment in control. The one who embraces discomfort without complaint builds resilience invisible to the average eye. Comfort feels safe but breeds decay. Discomfort feels risky but produces legacy. The path of ownership separates. The crowd will call it obsession because commitment threatens complacency. But the one who understands purpose doesn't seek permission. Ownership means acting while others rationalize, building while others talk, persisting while others pause. Each step taken against resistance rewires identity. The mind stops chasing happiness and starts creating meaning. Ownership turns ambition into duty. The mission becomes sacred. The rewards may delay, but the transformation happens immediately. The person who learns to build without applause earns a kind of peace no recognition can buy.